Hey folks, so yeah, last Friday, yeah, I think it was Friday. Um, my better half and I uh, went and hit 7 different thrift stores. Um, I hit a bunch. I have a normal shipping route that I have to go to this location that does my shipping for me, and I usually hit 2 or 3 on the way there in Hamilton. But then once I got back, we ended up heading into Welland and hit 4, 5, can't remember, but a lot in a day. And I got a few things. I actually had really, really good luck at which one was it now? Just trying to think. The Goodwill in Welland, the new location. They just put out, from what I understood, a stack of records, so I got a whole bunch of that stuff. And then I also hit some garage sales on Saturday. Didn't get that much stuff, but at least one of my favorite finds recently, so let's get into it. These were from the garage sale. There were 2 actually that had stuff. These are 1970s, circa 1970s kids' Halloween costumes. I love stuff like this. They probably were done by Ben Cooper, which was the big company that did them all. No boxes, unfortunately, but the masks are actually in quite good shape. Usually these are all cracked and destroyed. This one isn't. You got the spider guy there. Skeleton ghoul type guy, and a clown, which might be the most terrifying one out of them all. And yeah, you know what, you can, I've seen people who frame these or hang them up just on the wall. They look really great. They're just cool, great little pieces of nostalgia. I don't think all 3 of them cost me less than, I think, $5. So again, not gonna pass something like that up. At that same garage sale, I got, this is an interesting group of, they're all promo packs from I think they're all 20th Century Fox, but they have all the glossies from the movies. Each one of these, there's Buffy, the movie. This one's kind of interesting. It's a fall winter package for '92 that has ones from all the different, like there's Jack Nicholson from Hoffa, and just a bunch of different movies. There's some more Nicholson ones from The Man in Trouble. There's the Hoffa package. Robin Williams, rest in peace, buddy. From Toys. De Niro and Night and Day. Last of the Mohicans. So it was $10 for all those. You know, I don't know if I'm going to make a lot of money on those or not, but they were just really too cool to pass up. There's more than, I don't know, I think there's like 6 or 7 there, so they got to be worth more than $1 a pack. I haven't really done research on them yet, but I'll find out. Sometimes you just sort of take a flyer on things because it, you know, it was $10, didn't cost that much. And then what else from that garage sale? Yoink. This little beanbag toss thing, I've seen them over the years. It's pressed steel around the outside. Another clown themed thing. People are buying clown stuff. I'm terrified of the imagery for the most part, largely because I shouldn't have watched a documentary on John Wayne Gacy, but I did. And yeah, they made all different kinds of images. And I've seen cowboys and all kinds of different stuff. So again, repurpose it as something, as an art piece to just hang on your wall. It comes with like this little frame. It's got a stand to it somewhere. I don't know where it went right now, but yeah, you can lean it back or just hang it on the wall. It's there. And then this was the other thing I got from that garage sale. It is a Wham-O Frisbee throwing ring, probably from the 1970s, I'm going to say. Frisbees have become really collectible, especially a lot of the early ones from the 60s. They can fetch hundreds if you've got the right one. This one's probably about $25 as is. And again, it was maybe, I don't know, $1 at most. I picked up this at another garage sale. Sorry, I should have set this up beforehand, but I'm really bad at doing stuff like that. There's some horrible camera work for you. And it is a 1993 vintage sweatshirt from the Blue Jays' second World Series win. I think, yeah, they did back-to-backs. That's it there. It's got a great graphic on it. It's in pretty good shape, no holes. And it is, yeah, this one's made in China, but Rue Royale. It is a vintage piece. It's definitely not a reissue or anything like that. So I've seen the same one on the same label sell for about $40. So I think, again, maybe $1. Can't remember exactly, but that just leads me to believe that it was probably just $1. And then the final thing I got, and this was $10. If you grew up in the 70s, you would be probably familiar with these. They're known as light organs, and they're little boxes that have that respond to sound. And they do, that's me clicking my hand. Just imagine pumping bass and that going on, and it changes. If you tap it, you can see all the different colors that it does. They become really collectible. They've always been sort of desirable. Usually the average one was around, $75 you could get for it. And I have one of my own. It's called the Disco Light, and I think it was from Radio Shack. This one doesn't have a maker on it, but it's virtually the exact same setup, just slightly larger. It was $10 for it at the garage sale. And I bought it untested because I didn't know if it was going to work or not. But worst case scenario, you can part out certain parts of it anyways to cover that. But no need. It does look like it has one little bulb right there burnt out. But not a big deal. I'm sure you can just open up the back, take the screws off, and replace that. I was shocked when I went onto eBay and looked, because now, honestly, similar ones, smaller ones are selling from minimum like $150 to some of the fancier ones up near $300. Those are the actual sell-through comps on it. Yeah, there's still a few that are selling, in the 100 range, but for the most part, it's well above that now. So keep your eye out for it. There's no real identifying thing. It just looks like a little box with almost like a speaker, but instead of cloth, you've got this plastic cover to it. So yeah, always keep your eye out for that, because they do show up from time to time. And most times people don't even know what it is. So worth keeping your eye out for. Light organs. What else? Thrift store finds. So I got this. I can't remember how much I paid. It's kind of, I like the motif on it. Weird sort of nubbly type finish to it. And it is Italian. And as I mentioned before, basically almost all Italian pottery you find pick up. The Italians, they just did things really, really well. They did pretty much everything. Their furniture is gorgeous, especially the mid-century stuff. Lighting, same thing. They're obviously, their suits were immaculate, blah, blah, blah. The Italians had design down pat. And, they've been doing certain stuff for thousands of years, glass, and ceramics as well. And again, so just don't pass, especially anything. Just Google Bitassi, and that's a good start. There's lots of groups on Facebook for Italian porcelain and pottery. Join those up, ask lots of questions, because yeah, I don't know who the maker is on this yet. I haven't done a ton of research on it, but again, always pick it up. I think it was about probably $4.99. I removed the price sticker already, but another thrift store find. Now this one cost me $13 at the Salvation Army in Hamilton, but it's a really nice piece. And the cool thing about it is it's Italian, and you know that because the label's on there. I buy almost all glass, especially Italian, that comes with its labels, because it makes all the difference in the world, whether it has an etching on the bottom, a signature, a maker's mark, but when you have the foil labels, pick it up. It's just, again, same kind of thing. And this was $13, well worth it. Minimum, you're probably talking 50 for it, maybe 40, somewhere in the 40 to 50 range. And who knows, I haven't, again, done a ton of research on it yet. But it's a nice amber piece. You can see that. It's got kind of that optic effect to it, which is really cool. Never seen one with the top cut and ground down like that. So I'm assuming, again, you know, I might be wrong on it, that that's original to the piece and wasn't done after. I do think it is original. But overall, nice piece. Now, the big find for the weekend was records. When I was hitting those thrift stores, I found this really tiny one. It's kind of like a privately run thrift. And he did have some records. And, you know, he wanted $10 a piece for them. So I kind of went through, I picked up a copy of the wall. It's in really nice shape. Not going to make a huge amount of money on it, but, you know, for $10. And this is probably the better one. This one will go up online. It's a sealed copy of Rush's Power Windows. Never been open. And, yeah, worth $10 easily. So that was thing, you know, I do buy for my own. I spend, you know, probably too much money on records for my own collection. So picking those up, not a big deal. Now, these ones surprised me because these next two were from the Value Village. I have complained about the Value Village and their pricing in the showcases. It makes no sense. And this time it sort of ruled in my favor. They will have like a Neil Diamond record, which, you know, isn't even $1 a record, frankly. No offense to Neil, he's a great songwriter, but the stuff doesn't sell. And they would have that in their showcase for like $20-25, or Billy Joel records for that same price. And it's just like, again, totally unrealistic, and I don't know where they're getting them from. However, in this case, I asked to look at the records in the showcase, and this pops up here. Pink Floyd's second LP. It's on the Capitol 6000 series in Canada. It has a split bottom, but it was $9.99. That's it. It's on the Capitol Rainbow label. I have to clean it still, but still for $10. I mean, that's crazy. That one, I was shocked. I fully expected it to be like $50 because that's the kind of pricing they would do. And then this one I also got from there as well, which was again $9.99. The Star Wars soundtrack is always popular, but what is almost always missing is the inserts, which I'll show you. One is just sort of like a one-sheet sort of lyrics and production information and stuff like that. The other is, and I should open this up before I did this, is this amazing fold-open poster. Incredible graphics on it. I always love this poster. So you get a vintage Star Wars, legitimate Star Wars poster. Now, again, it's not the movie release poster, but the movie release poster is going to cost you several hundreds of dollars. And here's one that's, you know, a vintage 77 piece. Great graphics, one of the best of the battle scene, Death Star in the background, Y-Wing fighters, X-Wing, TIE fighter. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything more. I can't remember who the artist is now. But yeah, that would be inserted with each of these things. Most of the time they were taken out and pinned up. So even if you do find them, they usually have pinholes in the corners or tears or damage. This one is perfect. It's like it was never taken out. And here's the added bonus. Not one set of posters, not one set of poster and insert, but two posters and two inserts, which is great because I have another soundtrack that is missing them. So now I can match those up. And they were all in there, again, $9.99. Surprised to find that at $9.99 because I've seen it in there before with nothing on the inside at like $30 and $40. So again, I don't know what their pricing justification is. I don't know how they are figuring this stuff out, but it just seems to be completely random. And in this case, worked out in my favor. So then ended up going to, as I said, we hit the Value Village in Welland, didn't get anything there. Nothing at one of the Goodwills, but they have 2 Goodwills in Welland, which is strange, but good. And I happened to be there at the right place in the right time and picked up, I forget, it was like 57 records at $2 a piece. And, you know, it doesn't happen very often. Unfortunately, there were a few there that were too scratched up, and which happened to be ones that I really, really wanted. There was a bunch of Stranglers records, a couple of other Iggy Pop. But these were all in really good shape. The George Harrison All Things Must Pass 3-record box set doesn't have the poster insert with it, but still, you get the music, which is perfect. This Iggy Pop was in, the record is actually in good shape. This Van Halen, see, it had a $30 price tag on it, and I asked the girl, she's like, no, that's not our prices. That must have been whoever had it at the garage sale. Here's a Bowie, has a $20 price tag. She's like, that's not our price tag either. So she just charged me $2 a piece. And it's, I mean, there's no huge home runs in here, but just stuff that is like, you know, bread and butter to the store that I sell on a regular basis. Kind of cool. Sam, the Sham and the Pharaohs, a Rhino. On the Rhino label, Don McLean, just, you know, like I said, bread and butter stuff that you bring in, and eventually it will all sell. There were 2 Supertramp copies of the Supertramp record in there. I sell those all the time. There's the Jacksons, Meatloaf. You know, nothing, no big home runs. There wasn't any like, you know, like Black Sabbath or Zeppelin, which again is bread and butter, but in high demand. But yeah, can't really go wrong. Cream's Wheels of Fire in the chrome cover, which is kind of nice. There we go. Unfortunately, this Alice Cooper didn't have the paper panties in it, but still it was in good shape, so I grabbed it. Yeah, so that was it. That was basically, it was a huge score. I haven't found, I know you're going to be like, Jay, you constantly say you don't get records anymore at thrift stores. Well, you know what? So far this year, I have been lucky. I don't know if it's just timing or people are ditching their collections or what's going on, but yeah, I've had some luck. That's probably the biggest find, over 50 in a while. They were $2 a piece. I did have the receipt, and I didn't grab it before I started filming, just to show you guys in case you're thinking I call BS, Jay. But honestly, this is stuff that I find. You just kind of have to be out there at the right place and at the right time, and see the value in it. And that is 90% of this business. So yeah, that was finds this week. This is still my favorite thing on there. You can see it. And I'll do it again. Look at that. I could do that all day, but I'm not gonna. So yeah, if you guys could hit that like button and also press the subscribe one, that would be great. And the subs have been going up, and I'm really pleased with that. And yeah, that's it for this week. I hope you guys have some luck hitting garage sales this coming weekend. And, you know, if you guys have any finds, please throw them into the comments there. I love seeing what other people get all the time. If you guys want to, if you have a channel that has this sort of thing and you want to, you know, cross promote it on mine, send me the link. I have no problem putting that up for the other people to see. It's all about creating a community and passing on education. So yeah, hope you all have a good week, and I will talk to you probably in 7 days. Bye.